Welcome back, everybody. Today's deep dive is going to be really fascinating. I think we're going to be talking about artificial intelligence and how it's transforming the world of training.
Absolutely. And we've got this great white paper from EON Reality all about their AI-powered avatars
Oh, yeah.
and how NVIDIA's Cosmos platform is really kind of changing the way we learn and train.
I'm excited to dive in. I think this is a topic a lot of our listeners are interested in. So,
It's pretty cutting edge stuff.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So the white paper starts off by, you know, really outlining the challenges of the old way of doing things.
Yeah.
Imagine having to program every single movement of an avatar manually.
Right.
Like if you wanted to show someone how to assemble a piece of furniture,
Yeah.
you'd have to animate every single step, like pick up the screwdriver, turn the screw.
It was such a tedious process.
Right.
Very time consuming and expensive and really inflexible too.
Yeah, and forget about having those avatars react to the trainees' actions in real time.
Right.
Like
You couldn't do it.
it just wasn't possible. But now NVIDIA Cosmos is changing the game.
It really is a game changer.
So how's it work?
Well, Cosmos can take natural language instructions, so think like a written manual or a set of steps, and translate them into fluid, realistic avatar movements directly in the AR environment.
Whoa.
It's not just playing back an animation.
Oh, wow.
It's interpreting the actual meaning behind the instructions.
So it's like it understands what it's reading
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
and then translates that to the avatar.
Exactly, and it does it in real time, which is what's so remarkable.
Oh, wow. So instead of a robotic, pre-programmed performance, we're getting avatars that can actually demonstrate a procedure with like the nuance and expertise of a real person.
That's exactly right. It's really impressive.
It's like having a personal tutor right there with you, guiding you every step of the way. And not just guiding, but also evaluating your performance as you go.
Absolutely. So Cosmos can actually track the trainees' actions, compare them to what's expected, and give instant feedback. So if you hesitate or make a mistake or deviate from the process, the avatar picks up on it and offers guidance just like a human instructor would.
It's like having somebody looking over your shoulder, but in a good way.
Right, a helpful way.
Yeah,
A
exactly.
very patient, helpful way.
Yeah, so the white paper highlights some pretty compelling examples of how this is actually being used right now,
Oh, yeah. There's some great case studies in there.
like in automotive training, for instance.
Imagine being able to guarantee that every technician,
Right.
no matter where they are in the world, is learning to repair a vehicle using the same manufacturer-approved process every time.
Yeah.
That consistency is so crucial for safety and efficiency.
And reducing errors.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. And it could streamline training across, global teams.
Absolutely.
I mean, the possibilities are pretty mind-blowing when you think about it.
Oh, yeah.
Another example is emergency responders.
Oh, that's a great one.
They could practice for high-stakes scenarios like fires or medical crises.
In a safe environment.
Yeah.
In augmented reality, guided by avatars that are simulating realistic challenges.
Right, and giving them instant feedback on their decisions.
Yeah,
So
it's correct.
they're not actually, putting themselves or anybody else at risk.
Exactly. It's risk-free training, but with real-world stakes.
It's like a high-tech dress rehearsal.
Yeah, that's a great analogy.
Yeah, for life or death situations.
And you can imagine the applications across so many fields.
Oh, absolutely.
From healthcare to manufacturing to even creative fields like design and music.
Yeah, I mean, it really seems like AI-powered avatars have the potential to completely transform the way we train and develop skills.
Across the board, yeah. I think it's really just the beginning.
I'm so excited to see where it all goes.
Me too.
I mean, it's not just about, the impact on individual learning,
Right.
but also the potential, business benefits.
Yeah.
Like increased efficiency, reduced errors, a more engaged workforce.
All that translates to real bottom line value for companies.
And that's what EON Reality seems to be focusing on as well.
Yeah, they have a really clear vision for the future.
Yeah, they're not just stopping at, making these cool demos.
No, they're thinking big picture.
Right, they're thinking about how to really revolutionize training as a whole.
Absolutely.
So before we get into that, though, I think it would be helpful to understand a little bit more about the tech behind all of this.
Yeah, let's dig into the nuts and bolts.
So how does NVIDIA Cosmos actually work?
Let's break it down.
Yeah, take us behind the curtain.
Okay, so imagine this. So Cosmos is this really advanced animation engine, but it also has this built-in understanding of human language and actions.
Oh, wow.
It uses AI and natural language processing and some really sophisticated animation algorithms all working together.
Okay. Can you break that down a little bit? I mean, those are some pretty big concepts.
Sure, so let's start with natural language processing.
Okay.
Imagine giving Cosmos a written procedure, like a step-by-step guide for assembling something complex. Instead of just seeing words on a page, Cosmos actually understands what those words mean,
Oh, wow.
almost like a human reading it.
So it's not just memorizing the text, it's actually like comprehending the instructions.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
getting the meaning behind the words.
And then it takes that meaning
It translates it into movements for the avatar.
in the AR environment.
Right. All happening in real time.
So we're talking about taking a written manual and turning it into a live interactive 3D demonstration
That's exactly right.
with an AI avatar kind of walking you through it.
It's a huge leap forward from the old way of programming every single movement by hand.
Yeah, I can
It
grow.
makes development so much faster and cheaper and way more adaptable, too.
You could just, update the training by editing a document.
Exactly.
That's incredible. But how about the feedback part?
Right.
How does Cosmos actually track what someone's doing and evaluate their performance?
So it uses these AI-powered tools to track the trainee's actions in real time and compare those actions to the steps that are outlined in the procedure.
Mm-hmm.
So it's looking at things like speed accuracy hand movements, even if they're following safety protocols.
So it's really comprehensive.
It is.
So if I miss a step,
The AI avatar will flag it immediately
oh, wow.
and provide feedback to help you correct it.
And it's not just like a yes or no kind of feedback.
No, it's very specific,
Okay.
targeted to help the trainee really understand where they went wrong and how to do it right.
It's like having a personal coach who's always watching.
Right, and because it's all in real time, the learning is so much more efficient.
Makes sense.
Trainees can correct mistakes as they happen. The feedback is immediate.
Yeah.
It really accelerates the whole learning process.
I bet all the data that's collected during these training sessions is really valuable too.
Oh, absolutely. Imagine being able to see where people are struggling.
Right.
You can identify areas that need more training or even spot potential bottlenecks.
Yeah, like inefficiencies.
Exactly. It's a goldmine of information.
So Cosmos can do all this amazing stuff.
Yeah.
But how does it actually work with EON Reality's AR platform? That seems like a pretty complex technical challenge.
It is, but EON Reality has done a great job of integrating these two powerful technologies.
Okay.
They use APIs and SDKs, basically these standardized ways for different systems to communicate and share data.
So they're making Cosmos and the AR platform talk to each other.
Right, and EON Reality has designed this system to be super flexible and adaptable.
Oh, so it's not a one-size-fits-all solution.
No, not at all. It can be customized to fit the specific needs of different companies and industries.
Which makes sense because every, company has its own way of doing things.
Exactly, and the white paper really emphasizes this idea of tailoring the training to those specific needs.
Yeah. Okay, so we've talked about how it works, but does it actually work?
Right.
Are there companies out there using this and getting good results?
Oh, yeah. The white paper has some great case studies that show the impact across different industries.
Give me an example.
Okay, so they worked with an automotive training center to improve their tire replacement process.
Interesting.
By using these AI avatars powered by Cosmos, they saw a 30% reduction in training time.
Whoa, that's huge.
Yeah, the technicians were learning the procedure much faster.
But did the quality of the training go down?
No, in fact, they actually saw a 25% increase in accuracy.
Wow, so they're learning faster and performing better.
That's the power of this technology.
It's like a win-win
Absolutely.
for both the company and the employees.
Did they have any other case studies?
Yeah, they did. They also worked with a medical institution to train surgeons on these complex procedures using the AI-driven AR system.
How did that go?
The feedback was really positive.
That's great.
The trainees loved how realistic and interactive it was.
Yeah,
He said they felt way more confident in their abilities after the training.
that makes sense.
And there's one more
Okay.
with a manufacturing plant.
Oh, right.
They use the AI system to train workers on assembly line procedures. They were able to increase efficiency on the assembly line by 20%
Wow.
just by optimizing the training.
That's amazing. And I bet they saw a decrease in errors, too.
They did 15% reduction.
That's huge.
Fewer defects, less wasted material, higher quality.
It's clear that this technology is delivering real, tangible results.
Yeah, it's not just about making cool demos. It's about making real improvements.
To productivity, safety, and profitability.
So we've gone from understanding how this all works to
Mhm.
seeing how it's actually making a difference.
And we've just scratched the surface.
I'm really curious to hear what EON Reality has planned for the future.
Me too. They have a pretty bold vision.
Let's dive into that.
All right, so they're talking about a future where learning is personalized, immersive, and accessible to everyone.
Okay.
They imagine a world where these AI avatars guide us on these individual learning journeys, helping us reach our full potential.
Sounds exciting.
There are some really cool ideas in here.
Okay, so let's talk about these personalized learning pathways that they're envisioning in the white paper.
Yeah, so imagine these AI avatars that can tailor the training to you specifically.
Okay.
They can figure out your strengths and weaknesses and then adjust the difficulty, the pacing, even the content itself.
To create a unique learning path?
Exactly. It's like a customized curriculum just for you.
Oh, wow. And it's not static, right?
Right? It evolves as you go.
Oh, wow. So it's adapting to how quickly you're learning or
Yeah,
what
exactly.
you're struggling with.
It can even offer you extra explanations or resources if you're stuck, or
Oh, wow.
give you more advanced stuff if you're cruising through it.
It's like a super smart tutor
Exactly.
who knows you better than you know yourself.
Yeah, kinda.
Wow.
Yeah.
The white paper also mentions these collaborative AR environments.
Oh, yeah, that's one of the most exciting parts, I think.
What's that all about?
So picture this. You've got trainees from all over the world learning together in a shared AR space,
Oh, wow.
guided by these AI avatars.
Like a global classroom.
Yeah, but without any geographical limitations,
So I could be training with someone in like Japan,
right? Or Brazil or anywhere.
and we're all seeing the same thing.
Exactly. It's like we're all in the same room, even though we're miles apart.
I mean, the possibilities for collaboration are incredible.
Oh, yeah. Imagine medical students in different countries
Right.
practicing a surgery together,
In a virtual operating room.
led by an AI avatar that's giving them expert feedback, or engineers from different companies working on a design project together in AR.
Brainstorming ideas and testing things out.
Yeah, it really breaks down those barriers.
And they're even talking about integrating VR into this whole thing.
Oh, yeah. VR takes it to another level.
What do you mean?
So with VR, you can actually step into a virtual environment
Okay.
and practice things that would be impossible or too dangerous to do in the real world.
Oh, wow. So it's not just seeing things overlaid on your real world.
Right. It's like you're completely immersed in a different reality.
That's incredible. Listen, you could like train for deep sea welding or performing surgery in space.
Exactly. The possibilities are endless.
This is pretty mind-blowing stuff.
It really is. And this is just the tip of the iceberg.
It seems like we're at this point where technology is really starting to transform the way we learn.
It's a revolution in learning.
And it's not just about, job training.
Right. It has implications for education, personal growth, our whole approach to learning.
So to our listeners out there, think about this. What if you had access to this kind of training?
What would you learn?
What skills would you master? What dreams would you pursue? It's an exciting time, and the possibilities are really limitless.
I think that's a great note to end on.
Yeah, this has been an amazing deep dive. Thanks so much for joining us.
It was my pleasure. Thanks for having me.